Everest as well as Orb official. So we're going to have 2 to 3, 4 teams on Everest. That can't hold it. That's going to crumble. 2 to 3 of these teams are going to crumble in the next 5 minutes, Alex.
Oh, Megastars towards the bottom other side of Everest as well. In the meantime, Mad Dog and Yash from Orb Official have spotted a few of the players from Megastars. If they down them, yeah, more as well. 3 players out currently for Megastars and only 1 player standing.
That's what I was talking about, right? You have 2 teams so close together on Everest. None of them are really going to benefit right now. It seems like it's going a little bit more to Megastars, but Orb Official, can they get the revives off?
Yeah, it's basically a 1 versus 1 here. 3 players from both teams are currently down. It's going to be a CPR job here with the defibrillators to revive 3 players as fast as possible. Almost like StarCraft here as they're building up their armies to go back again.
But we can't forget about the teams that are towards the south of Everest. You have Entity down towards above Ruins. You have Trusted Process, INS, and then Mayhem are coming in towards the edge of the circle. 0 Degrees are a little bit down south. ETG Brawlers, they hold on to the edge of the circle in the southeast on their own. And then when you look at Fnatic and Soul, they are getting very close to clashing.
Let's see then, Elementrix still just holding the tip of the iceberg here at Everest. And as you mentioned before, we can't forget of the teams towards the eastern side as well.
And then look at Rip. Rip hold on to the center of the circle. They can shoot in all directions towards Everest, towards Ruins, and of course towards Soul and Fnatic. I said that was a key compound. Soul held on to it, and they kind of let it go. But this phase 5, it heads up towards Everest, Alex.
Oh, Mayhem in the meantime get wiped out clean by Team INS. And as you said before, it's the center as well, exactly where Elementrix are. That is inside the ring. So it will be contested. And for Elementrix, what do? They're sandwiched between 2 teams.
Hold out. Stay passive. Let the teams around them take each other out. They don't need to move too far. Yes, they're actually right going for a 2-2 split somewhat, but stay a little bit closer with regards to that 2-2 split. Let Mega X and Orb take each other out.
Yeah, maybe they will. Mazik here just trying to see if someone's coming over the top, whereas actually behind him he still has Megastar's Avi to deal with. Final boss has been revived. So Mazik has been spotted by Elementrix Jr. Final boss as well in the open. Should be seen very, very shortly if Junior can get his eyes on him.
Just stay low, Elementrix. Stay safe. Keep an eye. Be aware of the fact that IND are still at your backs looking in. So now looking to move in closer towards the other circle. It's a risky play. Viper is on his own though, so he is doing a little bit of scouting, and he's actually going on top of Everest. Look at this.
Let's see then. Orb still have 2 players down. Now Max Cash going to be downed immediately by Final Boss. And in the midst of all of this, we've got Fnatic as well, who have some action versus Rip Official. We mentioned how important it was to have that center of the map, and Fnatic are trying to contest it currently.
Yeah, of course, 12 teams still left, 45 players alive. Scout OP getting in that vehicle. Solar also starting to connect, Alex.
Oh, it's Scout in the vehicle as well. Maybe going to be driving past some of the players from Soul. Actually jumps out towards the tree, using it as cover as Rakaltos has maybe the better angle here, proned behind the vehicle. Clutch got as well to the left side of him to try and flank around the side and get that side face onto it, but the grenades are going in from both teams, and currently none of them are connecting fully as Rakaltos is tagged just slightly, but it's going to be the explosion of the car that actually finally downs Rakaltos.
The 2 of the fan favorites going toe-to-toe against each other, Alex. Great grenades coming out from both teams.
Oh, Sky here from Rip Official as well, trying to third-party the action here versus these multiple squads. Fnatic are going to be in the midst of a 3-man, well, basically whitewash here as Scout trying his hardest to back up his team to the right, back up his team in front of him as well as he lays the smoke.
But the blue zone's closing in. It's phase 5. He has to get to the edge of the circle. And Soul are holding on to, so it's going to be so hard for Scout.
Oh, hard is maybe an understatement here. To the left, if he moves to the left, it's going to be Clutch God. If he moves to the right, it's going to be the players from Rip Official. And he does actually land the smoke prematurely, so we can try and use that as cover as the blue zone does come forward. So we have Scout still charging forward again. Clutch God, though, going towards the left side. Maybe has anticipated the fact that Scout has moved. Instead, going to be using the first aid kit. Back up to 80% HP, and with that, he's going to have the confidence to push in. I believe Clutch God as well is going to be reviving Rakaltos. He hears the footsteps. The guns come out, and it's going to be Scout to hit the deck. Oh, wow. Naruto, Rip Official as well. Third parting again. Fnatic are out in 11th.
Yeah, now we are down to 10 teams. Elementrix, IND, they have to move down from Everest as we get closer and closer towards the end of this game. 23 minutes in. Orb looking to pop shots off, but they have to move. And Elementrix are right in their tracks. We just lose INS.
So much action, so much to follow here as we enter the latter stages of map 1 of the final. You can see how much it means for these players. The level of play definitely has been heightened here in the first day of the finals. More players going down from Trusted Process as well. One of the fan favorites from Nepal, dropping like flies.
An entity who held on to the east coast side of this circle for so long and stayed quiet. Now they're moving in.
They are indeed. Elementrix on their vehicles. They're coming down Everest into the circle. 0 Degree managed to do some damage to Neo. Naruto as well from Rip Official is killed by Dark. Mr. Hyoza from Elementrix is down 2. This play down the hill has been so poor from Elementrix, especially now as grenades go in as well to try and rub salt into the wounds.
And I'll tell you what, Jonathan from Entity, he's dangerous, but can he survive as Shigar connects quite nicely onto 0 Degrees, gets a knockdown.
Yeah, you can see they're actually currently just hiding as best as possible in the grass, shooting, and actually lands and connects the bullets onto Blazy. However, from behind, the Shaga goes down from one of the players from 0 Degree. But again, the team from Nepal, Trusted Process, who really impressed us on day 1. They're still here, they're still kicking, they're still firing. And it's Entity who are currently in the mix.
Let's see what can happen. Soul Clutch God does get knocked down, but Soul holding on to their position for so long. Grab a couple of grenades, Rip, and take them out. Orb Official do go out in 8th place, 7 teams.
7 teams, 21 players. Maybe make it 20 now, as it's going to be Duku from Trusted Process going down. One of the players from Soul as well is downed.
But look at this. Look, it's one real thing I want to mention quickly. No team are dominating the points board. It's very even. Soul are on top with 6 kill points.
Sky goes down. That's Rip Official out in 7th. And now we have the calm before the storm. We're about to enter into phase 7. A bit of a breather here as these teams try to work out what is the best strategy going forward.
And we're going to see phase 7 pop up. You can hear in your ears a crowd are going wild, and it's only game 1. Trusted Process do go out in 6th place. 5 teams left. Clutch God still going strong with 2 members of Soul left standing.
Elementrix again with the ring, or the circle, excuse me, favoring them for what seems to be the 3rd, 4th, 5th time so far in game 1. So if you're Soul right now, you have such a mammoth task to climb because you have to push forward, just as Jonathan is one of the players that you wanted to highlight. But Hyoza managed to highlight Jonathan in his crosshair instead.
Great job by Elementrix with that return. Knockdown stopped Entity in their tracks. But IND, they're the team to look out for because they're still a full squad and they're kind of on their own on the edge of circle. I can see them taking this win. They just got to grab control of it.
IND were so strong yesterday. On the first day, they're quite quiet. We expected more from them. They finished 19th. Yesterday, they came, what, 2nd, 3rd in the top 3 at least. However, who's going to be top 3 here? It's Clutch God with the DP28, but unfortunately, he hasn't got 28 bullets here. He's got 0. As just next to him, Viper goes down as well from Dark.
You're leaving it too late, Soul, to move into the circle. You're going to be dying to the play zone because the blue zone does so much damage. Trans going to look to get that revive and IND stay as a 4-man team. But look at this, Elementrix moving closer.
Clutch God reloads his DP28, goes for some more shots onto Elementrix. Can't quite connect it as Viper goes down. It's only going to be Clutch God here. Catches out Dark in the open, downs him as well. And here we have it. He goes for the finish as well. He needs those points. We saw from Orange Rock versus Rip Official how important those were. Entity out 5th.
Clutch God living by his namesake, getting the clutch shot, the clutch kill to bring their kill points for Soul up to 7 as he moves closer to the edge of the circle, but he's the last man standing for Soul.
Here come the Brawlers as well in the side of the Wings versus IND. I'm not sure if they've realized just yet, even Elementrix as well may be caught off guard. But as we keep saying, Team IND, they've kept this one quite quiet. 4 players alive, 2 for Brawlers, 3 for Elementrix, and only 1 Clutch God.
But just like that, we lose
What?
Elementrix. At the drop of a hat, they go down. And now it's going to be ETG Brawl. Sorry, my apologies. ETG Brawlers, there you go, I can say it right. IND and Soul left standing. Top 3 teams, game 1, Erangel of the finals.
At this point as well, Imperium, the placement points are so starkly different if you do finish 2nd or 3rd. So if Clutch God can try and clutch this one out, or maybe can he try and sneak up to the side here, silently just caress his way behind ETG Brawlers and then spring up and catch them off guard.
Well, he's only got 35 seconds until this blue zone closes in. It is against them. As I said, IND, they've been the later phases in terms of the gods of the later phases. It's kept on their side. But in my opinion, they've got to spread themselves out a little bit thinner. They're too close together because honestly, you give ETG Brawlers their space, even though they're only a two-man team, they're going to punish you, Alex.
So, energy drinks are in. Health has been restored for Clutch God. Let's see him push forward. As you said, there's 4 seconds until the... Do it! There's only a few seconds left until the zone comes in, and here it comes. Let's see who's going to make the first move. Is it ETG Brawlers, or is it going to be Clutch God? He's going to be using the first aid kit, but I don't think he has time here in PM. He's going to go down! It's now just ETG Brawlers, iconic in the open, down immediately. Just to low HP behind the tree, behind the vehicle. They may even be able to shoot the vehicle here and finish him off. Instead, Kratos charges in. It's all down to one player now from ETG Brawlers. Let's see what he can do. Nova goes down. IND take game 1. You can see the elation on their faces as well. However, we saw such a strong fight from Team ETG Brawlers.